My worst life, it's been a while, but that this platform I got randomly suspended, and I haven't done anything. That's why I'm under oath and not doing anything, because this is pathetic. I think I have to do a bad review on this app. Bad review. Because these rules and reasons can falsely suspend someone. Reasons and rules is reasons. They can't. These rules and reasons on websites cannot falsely suspend someone. Otherwise, that doesn't make sense. And then there's my sister, uptight bastard. I do hope this jerk, this bastard, this fat bastard of this person called Ryan, I hope them to get hotel together and fuck off. Because I know what she's trying to do. She talked shit about my dad and then trying to twist knife playing the victim card. I know what she trying to do. She trying to talk shit about my dad because she not like it because dads are always right and their parents are always right. And she cannot take advantage out of me or my mum. That is fucking pathetic. I wonder why their brothers don't like their sisters. And this is a life update. Well, not a life update. I am proud that I have this zodiac Leo lion necklace because it represents my star sign, even though I come understanding that is a myth. That's not real. But your star signs are real, that in the sky and where the sun position. But it's false beliefs that is people personality. But every personality is different. My sister just hard work to be around with. If she I know what she trying to do. If she fall out and argue with my dad, but it's a possibility for daughter and mother, because generally speaking, daughters mostly for their fathers anyway. And boys like me are caring and girls are bitchy. girls are bitchy and boys are loving like myself. But hey, I'm a human at the end of the day. Sit on my arm, bring me warmth. Now, I'm deciding to play games tomorrow such as Sims 4, Enchanted by Nature. I made a post on this, but I had this for 3 days now, and it's discomfort. But girls can't take advantage out of their parents, and same can't take advantage out of men like me. They cannot. And then, I've got a cold at the moment due to my family spread allergies around. I don't care. Everyone is different and everyone have illnesses. Comes and it goes. And I can't deal with no fucking little cats. Be like my mum I am. I can't handle them cats. I can handle this black cat. I can't handle most of the cats. This cat is loving, lovely, good cat kitten. Doesn't cry or anything. Well, all of them be like them parents, them cats. Even though I'd do anything to... I don't care if my mum get rid of the cat, because this cat I won't get rid of. I feed it, I don't care. I love this cat based on this cat is calm and friendly. And this cat sit on my lap that it's not like other cats. maybe I am in this world for a reason, because I like it. I love who I am at the end of the day. No one can change that for me. We all live once, and I'm a human. I just love myself for who I am. It's like I love being a Leo. That I know it's a myth, and everything is false. And I'm only doing it because people comfort and make them happy and make them. People just full of shit when they read these zodiac signs. People make up stories and lies because these zodiac signs. There's 50-50, they're not meant to be on websites, and they're meant to be. Because I know zodiac signs are tied to your birth chart, the day you're born, but the month you're born, but zodiac signs are a myth. But people believe in that to make them believe silly little things and will make them comfort. But I have to laugh on this one because it's not real. It's real because one reason why it's real is tied to your birth chart, your birth sign. Your birth sign can be a Virgo or something, but you are not. What I'm trying to say is, these zodiac signs are tied to your birth chart. That's one of the reasons, but other reasons are not evidence. Because there's no supported evidence from scientists, where people have to believe if there's supported evidence by scientists, but scientists know more than anyone else. That's why public rely on scientists, because no scientist doesn't make up words, doesn't make up stories, doesn't make up anything. Be like Daily Mail. But it's a myth. But that is what make other people happy. That's probably one of the reasons that why it's on the internet. Like TikTok, especially TikTok, because TikTok got banned in America due to security risk from China. But whatever saying on TikTok, I don't. There's 50% I check. I don't I do not engage with dangerous acts like psychology tricks. I don't like brainwash and gaslighting. I don't touch them things or words because psychological tricks is harmful. That's why it's classed as dangerous acts. It's not classed as dangerous acts, but it's likely classed as dangerous acts. But dangerous acts like challenges be like criminal damage. If you post them on internet like TikTok, for instance, criminal damage or doing wheel spins or anything like that can be dangerous acts. And I do get why people like me and dislike me, whatever, because they may think I'm clever or I know words, but generally speaking, I'm a good person. But all these words which has meanings, for examples, reasons, things like that, is just words. But some people take that too hard and overboard because some words are very triggering and some people can't help it due to certain words like slacking off and things like that. I swear to God, them cats better go downstairs. And leave my bedroom door alone. I'm not being funny or nothing, guys. As this cat is a good cat. And I'm thinking know what I am. And I kinda like it. I think this cat received my support than other naughty pets. Because I don't like naughty pets. Thing is, naughty pets are examples. If people been abusing them or followed their parents or if they've been beaten their animals, they can be naughty, but mostly they followed their parents. And mostly they are kittens anyway. But I also will make this advice as I know words, examples and reasons and words go on and on like listed. Doesn't mean people can stalk, harass victims like myself. Because at the end of the day, everyone is different. Everyone entitled to have their feedbacks, anything like that, reasons. I'm not the only person that know words. There are thousands of people. And no one cannot stalk or harass a person due to them know these things like examples, reasons, words, and things like that. They cannot, is not acceptable. Because I'm not being funny or nothing. But not just me know listed long words, complicated words. There are other people too, members of community, public, other people around the globe world. Doesn't mean they have a right to pick on me due to I'm outspoken. That doesn't really help the harasser with a victim. That doesn't help. That just make things recognize worse. That just recognize the issue more. Due to if someone gossip that they're trying to make a person worse, but I know what I'm trying to do, but it's not acceptable. Based on I know words and about families and things like that, that doesn't have the right to get someone to harass you. It doesn't justify it. It doesn't have a good reason, good right to harass someone. That can be invalidated reason. People have to sort of have reasons to harass than invalidated reasons. But still people cannot harass public due to if they that doesn't have the right, that's not acceptable. And due to everything is anonymous and reports are anonymous, that also doesn't give it the right to hurt someone. That doesn't give the right to, because they're obviously not going to feelings, emotions. They obviously not going to sympathy. They obviously not going to homes, not going to lives. They obviously not fighting that. And just to point this out there to the public again, like YouTube, if people from South Cook Lane that been gossiping, harassed me and found my username, then I will do my best to ban you, because you are not welcome in my community or any of my live streams, such as any platforms. I will not tolerate them people. Them people have to come to a stop, because them sort of people need to realise what is acceptable and what is not. They obviously not been to school. They obviously haven't been as educated. But also, just to point this out there, as some people are clever due to they autistic, or if they have autistic or anything, that doesn't give it the right a harasser harass a members of public due to that, because that's not really helping. Not just discrimination, and you can't get in trouble with that. And a person, even though a person realizes small details, like wordy words, like half and 50-50 realized, they are not probably, their body are not probably functional. But if they take things like cannabis, that also doesn't help with your mental health, because everything, English is complicated words, that's why it's wordy words. But that doesn't give it the right to harass someone, because it's not acceptable due to everyone different, because everyone is different and people cannot harass someone due to every feature, every personality, every feature, facial expression is different, because that's not acceptable. But a harasser needs to have a lot of growing up to do. That's what I think. I think people who harass, I think they have got a lot of growing up to do, because but like I say, people, everyone lives once, not twice, not like cats. We are human beings at the end of the day. And I'm not saying these words again, because I want people to realise without I'm speaking, because people have to realise in the end. And due to this is a real world, and every human is real, with recognise that also doesn't help a harasser, that doesn't give her the right. Because, you see, I can't get away with these words, even though English is so complex. But my line is, I always win. I always get away with words. And that harasser cannot, because based on everyone is different, and you know what I really like is this similar, like, you know what, when people represent the main culture, like, um, what's it called? Like, in National Day and things like that, that, I am glad I got this necklace that I know it's a myth anyway. But that doesn't mean you can also antagonize and provoke someone due to them wearing a necklace which got someone's zodiac sign on it, or their zodiac sign on it, or they don't know, or they probably imagine. That also reasons why they cannot do it. But no one knows what's going on. No one knows what's going on. But I do. I know what's going on because you see, I got autistic and I am very clever with these words. Um, I know smarter words than anyone else. But I'm not trying to be perfect because no one is perfect. It's just words, it's not about perfect. It's just words, even though practice makes perfect. But it's just words, it's not about perfect or about being perfect. It's just words. Like, humans, it's important for humans to learn languages, because on this earth we only speak languages, and that is it. But I know these words. I I know words after words, like long list. I got over 1,000 words in my head, or about 1 trillion words or something. I can't even explain. But it's just important for the human being know these words. And it takes guts. I've been to school, I do my research, I've done everything I can to say these words, to say these professionals, which are formal or informal words. But I also have learned things like, I'm not going to say these words because these words are specifically for teachers when you go to school and want to work as a business, or if you practice in making a business, if you do via emails, this is generally for teachers speaking. This is not me. This is for teachers that explain better. But people may think I got all the answers, but I haven't, because I'm outspoken, that doesn't mean I got all the answers. I'm not a superhuman. I'm just a human being, like everyone else on this planet Earth. I'm not superhuman. I'm not psychologist, professional, or scientist. I'm just me. I'm not a police or anything. I not got all the answers that people in the past had come to me for some advice about what should I do. I'm not an expert, but I may got an idea, suggestion, be like improving myself, but I not got answers for everything. At the end of the day, I'm a human being, not superhuman. Like, I'm not a robot. I'm a human in my own self. And when you come across these people, it seems like these people want to know what words come out of your mouth, because they're new people now. I know people definitely are different, because people just want to know what come out of your mouth and what words you may say. But that's the only reason why people may be stalking, harassing, spying, because they just want to see what you're up to, or what words you may say, or if this person go say this person not outspoken, then this person go to this person. because they probably will make out that this person will got the answers for everything. But wordy is words that is complex. That's more fancy wordy instead of complicated. But I'm not going to explain myself or have answers, or I'm not gonna repeat it. I just want to point out that if people are stalking, harassing me, I will take that seriously, and it may well be harassment, warning, pressing charges, because when people harass the public, they trying to do is play a victim card. They're trying to test you, be sly, play games. They, based on everyone is different, and they make out this person got answer for everything. But that doesn't give it the right to harass someone, stalk someone, spy on someone, and gossip, spread rumors, misinformation, telling lies, and find them on platforms. But that's not good ideal. Because just because everyone is different doesn't mean you can harass based on everyone is different, and then no different words like conversation. But still people don't have the right to spy on people based on their... One of the reasons why people may spy on people, they probably got something wrong with them, got mental issues, probably illness. But some people seem psychotic because if they take cannabis, them seem psychotic. As 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 people are different, and this person doing their best to ensure rules in place for safe space community, that doesn't mean you can harass someone, because there's rules and reasons are reasons, and specifically for live streamers like myself. That doesn't give it a right to harass someone, because it's not right, it's not normal. And because I said all these words, That doesn't still give it the right to harass someone based on they know more and little thing and very little things. That doesn't give it the right to harass someone or take advantage, bully them. Doesn't give it a right because these words are worthy and very outspoken, but still you can't still harass because you see people. I'm not going to explain myself again, but I'm doing this as a notice. I'm Twitch, YouTube is a live streamer service, so you have to follow the community guidelines, community standards, whether you like it or not. People cannot go in a games like GTA where in-game crime and where someone commit in real life crime, and let's put two and two together, in-game crime and real life crime. People cannot do that, or they will blame on two perspectives. But I will make a post and a notice going around on Discord and things just for an update. As people like myself are a live streamer and some people gossip, harass due to when other people in different territory, let's say South Korea for instance, people cannot harass you due to if you enjoy their content, like their content, or find information out. That doesn't really help. Because every family members are different and everyone is different. That doesn't mean you can target them. But it's just mean you need to have a lot of growing up to do. And you need to have lots of guts to get these people to explain these words to you. Because I know these words, but I have experiences. I've been a long way. I've done this, I've done that. I haven't done this or done that, but I know words, and that is also reasons why people cannot harass, especially a YouTuber or a Twitch member or someone like myself. They cannot. And due to people like different people body languages, and they over this person is very outspoken. That is also why you cannot harass, because everything has consequences, like truth or consequences. Like, it's like crime doesn't pay. It's like if you cause someone distress and that person gave that person and that police give you harassment warning, that's kind of a credit in a way to the victims. That's kind of a credit. But still, if someone received a police harassment, that means you have to realise it, you have to understand it, you have to work it out to yourself what is a harassment warning and what is reasons for, what is a specific reason why people may receive it. Because I haven't got all the answers, but I have to. People have to learn by themselves, because based on everyone is different, and if people are spying, people have to learn by themselves. If people continue spying and receive harassment warning, then you have to work out reasons and you cannot allow it. Once you receive harassment warning from a police, there's no going back, and once you receive harassment report, it will stick to your name. But think before you speak, and think before you actually do it. Because I'm not a teacher, I'm not your parent, I'm not, because based on I know words, I know complicated and uncomplicated words. Just because I have autism, that means you have to realise by yourselves. Because other people out there cannot explain it for you. You have to explain it yourself. This is why I know these words, and there's multiple reasons. But people may think all that after this specific word, I don't care, but still people cannot spy. If I know people are spying, I take that very seriously, and you may receive a harassment warning. And once you are spying, and once I know you are, you may receive a harassment warning, And once you do receive a harassment warning, you cannot approach this person or you may get arrested and there will be consequences. And it's not my job to explain things. It's the police's job and everyone, and teacher's job and everyone. It's not my job, but you have to think by yourself whether if this is a good idea or not. But spying, especially stalking and harassment, is serious crimes. But people not think like that. It's serious crimes. I read up on the internet, you may get 10 years. But just think before you actually do it. Because every life is precious and it's not my job to explain things or repeat things. But you have to think on your own. It's your job to think. We are not in control on you. You are in control on yourself. And if there's someone harass me, hope you know there will be consequences or action by a police. I'm telling you this now just to scare you. And the police may say the same things or different things. That harassment now need to take serious. Harassment is serious. And people don't understand. Based on they smoke wacky backy. And drugs doesn't make people think. It makes things worse. It makes you have a short memory loss, which cannabis impact on your mental states. When you take weed or when you remember or when you have a thought, think before you actually do it. Because every life's precious and people cannot do what they want to their victims. They cannot intimidate them. They cannot stalk them. Because what these people are doing, they obviously not got no homes to go to. Or they probably got family issues. Or they probably got kicked out of school or been bullied. There's a recent scenario of that. And due to people like someone for saying these words, all these words are English, so all these words have a meaning, meaningful, have reasons and purposes. Just think before you actually be reasonable. And it took guts to talk about these things and explain these things. You know, I say these things once, I won't say it again, because all these words take energy and guts. And when people spy on someone, if they take wacky or not, if they harass someone, if they don't like it, if they harass someone, they need to think, is it a good idea or not? Because one day, when you cry wolf, go to prison, there won't be any help. Especially if you not working with professionals, because professionals need to work with people, and if you're not working with them, they might not help you. They might not help you if you commit a crime, if you not working with them. Like, if you not leave a victim alone, then they can do won't help you out. They cannot help you out. If you keep terrifying a victim or keep harassing, they might not help you out. One day, if you need help, you need to have a good old think. Is there all this is good idea? Okay, I'm done with. I explain things in my conversation. But if you keep calling please everyone's names, and if you keep on causing antisocial or not working with them, they might not help you because they know what you are. And that's why you need to have a really good old think. Should I cause antisocials? Should I harass this someone? Because you won't like it if it happens to you. You won't like it if this stuff happens to you. For example, if you harass someone, that person don't like it, and if they harass you, you won't like it neither. But just think before you being actually in the same boat as them. And just think in regards to Southcote, if you're going to gossip about someone and harass someone, you probably won't like it if they harass or target you. You probably get your own payback. But they won't like it. You need to be sympathetic and you need to have a good old think whether if you take wacky backy or not, and just really think, is this all really worth it? Once you receive harassment warning, that's it and there's no going back. Once you receive harassment warning, it sticks to you forever. Everywhere you go and what you do. That's why if people are not working with professionals and target victims, I suggest you go away. I suggest you work with professionals because at the end of the day, if you cry wolf and you not working with them, they might not help you. No professionals will assist you whether if you're attention seeking or doing it for attention. But still, I know I keep on about it, but it comes to a stage now, harassment warning is serious subject. It can lead to serious consequences like charges, and charges will have an impact on you. And one thing is, if you are spying or stalking or whatever, just think, is this a good idea? Because there's procedures, police can take action against you. And people have to realise that once you receive a harassment report, harassment warning, that's it. Game over. Because they will, once you receive harassment warning, they may expose you for who you are, to let the public know. Because everyone have to recognize certain words, and people need to be sympathetic. Their laws and rules are reasons, like everything gets a reason. They cannot argue with the law, because the law is law enforcement. They can do anything. They can have the power to do anything. That's why law enforcement team work super hard against crime, against organised crimes. Because organised crimes are serious crimes, and people cannot get away with this because police will know everything. Police know everything anyway. You may think, police don't know me, or how do you know? Because the police know everything. The police have different organisations. The police partner up into different organisations. They have practically eyes everywhere. And this is a warning. If you harass me again from specifically Southcote, gossip about me, misinformation, telling lies, stalk me on social media, use love bombing tactics, gaslighting tactics, dangerous acts and things, it will be addressed to different organisations, and you cannot get away with these things. Because law is a reason to keep everyone safe, to stop riots. It's not all about people, it's about law enforcement too. Because law enforcement is the reason they keep in public safe, like myself. And they are experts in crime, and they are always winning. If you choose to not work with the police or anything, they always win. Because they are law, they uphold law, they upheld the law, they work with CPS, which is Prosecution Service. They work with a lot of people. And people think police are not smart, but let me tell you, police are smart. like I am with my autistic. So, next time if a person harasses me, have a good or think if it's worth it or not. Because it will keep going round in circles and will be pathetic. And all this trouble will lead to worse consequences, whether if you take cannabis. People don't understand the laws where they take cannabis. They don't understand laws. They think they can get away with it, think everything is right in their own imagination. But I've got a lot of experience that involve around the police and things. But if people going to harass me, I will work things out. And you need to do the same thing. Work with the police. Because if you cry wolf and not work with the police won't help you. No one will. Because everyone is different and the police don't like criminals. And I think I'm 100% got autistic. But if you harass me, I'm gonna use my intelligence. I'm not fake. You may think I'm dumb, but I'm not. Once you mess with a human life, you may receive a harassment warning. And maybe you realise once you received it. Because when everyone received a harassment warning, they will realise in the end. And they may gossip say about these things, say, this is not worth it. Because a harassment warning is not a criminal record. It can be a criminal record if you harass someone again and charges. But if you harass someone again after you receive harassment warning, police may take action against you. And CPS will bring everything up because they are good with that. And just think, I'm going to say this again, and here we go again. But if you receive a harassment warning and harass and not work with the police and cry wolf, police won't help you because they know who you are. And if you don't like it, you have to accept it. You have to accept it. Once you receive a harassment report, you have no choice to sign because they will make you sign, and you have to accept it. There's no appeals, there's nothing. It will stay with you forever. And I'm not a professional, but I did my evidence on this. But I will not accept if people continue to harass. If people say to this person, you're making this person worse, and then this person getting these people gang stalking, and you need to say, is this worth it? Because at the end of the day, once you stalk someone, and they have to take this serious, like any crimes. Then you have to understand, is this all worth it? Once you stalk and receive harassment warning, you have to accept the consequences. You have to accept your faults. You may give them reasons. Lying can be perverting cause of justice, which is very serious offence. Or lying, you may be charged for wasting police time. For lying to a police, and if they found out you're lying, or if they experts think you are lying, you may be charged. And if you say no comment, it doesn't help neither, and make things worse. As again, if you're in a group and this person say to this someone, you're making this person worse, and this person, whether this person has bad experience and this person enjoy harassing someone and get these people harass this someone like myself, then you need to get a think and growing up to do. Because if you are a parent, you need to take responsibility. is like any human out there. You need to have a good think. Is this worth it? After this one person say you're making this person worse, and this person get these people to fast due to them say words or anything. You need to have a good think and growing up to do. You need to gossip about it, have think about it, and you need to have to think about it when you not take wacky. Because when you take wacky, you won't function properly. You won't think properly. That way, when you take wacky, it messes with your emotions, mental health states, and physical. But you have to really think and try your hardest. Is this all worth it? Because people need to understand, if you keep harassing this someone, and if this person don't like it, and if this person contact different professionals to help, then you need to have a good think. Because you need to understand there's some words like harassment, stalking and spying. It's not funny. It's not fun and games. Not just make things worse. Not just raise suspicions. And not just make you feel like a bad person. And not just make you draw attention more and make other people look at you. And I think that's what public might want. But as I'm saying these words, I don't care if these words matters or not, but still you need to have a good think. Is you in control? Not anyone, it's you. So it's your responsibility for your own actions. Actions speak louder than words. Okay, it takes guts to explain everything and talking. It takes guts. It has to guts. But when you commit a crime like harassment, I know words doesn't matter to you, I know words might not matter to you, but just think before you actually do it. See if it's worth it or not. Harassment is serious crime. Same for any crime out there. But harassment is other professionals, they have to take harassment seriously. And people don't think. They do it before thinking, which no one likes. And whether if you in a group and talking and gossiping about harassment, that doesn't really help neither, because other people like gangs and other people can make things worse, can antagonize the issue even more. Other people like gangs, groups, and everyone, boys and girls, make everything issue worse, make matters worse. My judgment is listen to your parents, listen to professionals. It's not my job to explain these kind of things, but I will do my very best if this is necessary. But people have to work things like the law, because you need to think the law is kind of important. They stop riots. What happens if we don't have a law? There will be riots. We need to, the government need to have things like the law, police and fire, because we need a law. Law is kind of important to humankind, because the law is basically like other human beings out there. The law just like human beings out there. They are not to catch you out, catch criminals. They will catch you out or anything. They won't catch you out. They only do something if they have reasons or they think you suspect to be up to something or harass public, because the law is about reserved and protect public. That's what the law are there for. About reserve and protect. I'm not going to explain this again because to me the law is important, because for instance without a law what we going to do next? For instance, if we don't have a law, if there's no police around, if there's robbings, then who can people turn to? We have to rely on professionals because they know what they are doing. They are about making a difference. They are not there to discriminate or anything. They are there just to do their job. They don't like when people are not working with them. They only like it if people are working with them. They only like it if there's no crimes around. If there are crimes around, they won't like it. Just because they are experts in crime doesn't mean you can get away with it. And we need them. Like, we need other organisations like government, police, politicians and things like that, because that's facts. We do need them. And also, it come to my attention as I understand things why we need a law and things like that. I expect you to do the same thing. Because it's not helping to sweat at the police, to gobbying off, to be sly, play games. But if you do that, they may press charges. And trust me, they know everything once you play games. And please don't like it. 'Cause we need a law. Because, you see, people can't get away with a law, can't argue with a law, or anything. We need a law. We need less criminals, and as well we need a law. Because, thing is, the law is important because you can't get away, you cannot have the right to harass anyone, because we need a law, as we need rules on platforms. And maybe tomorrow or whenever you may think about different things, but the law stands. We need the law because the law are very important. The law are very important. We do need the law. For instance, if someone's in trouble, who they turn to? The law. Because the law is a law, and we do need the law, and you can't argue, fight against the law. You cannot do anything. The law is a law, and you can't change that. You can't change the fact that law is a subject. The law is a law. Law is real. Law is not about video games. It's real life, and it has a purpose to life. So, I hope all this explanatory and everything is helpful, because I have learned, it looks like I have learned a lot about, due to my memories, experiences, etc. I have learned a lot. And there are too many words that I may need sleep soon. There are too many words. And there some people may might go crazy over different words, but I do need to sleep soon. But it's not about these drug dealers, it's about the law too, because the law are very important. Because if you're in trouble, you need who you turn to? The law. Because the law are reserved and protect. And that's what their job is. Because as a repeat, the law is a law, and law are very important. We do need a law to help stop things, preventing fear of violence, or for example like empty threats or threats of violence or raidings. When people raid shops, like gang warfare, like gang-related violence, like warfare, gang warfare and mobs, different mobs. That's why we need the police. That's why we need the law. Because the law are very important, trust me. The law is important to this planet. Same for army is important to keep this planet safe from harm. But we also need scientists, because scientists are important. They also help to prevent our planet to be interrupted from any objects. I think I have said a lot, and it took guts to explain everything and put words into other words. It took guts. And these days is about gangs. That's not even true, because the law is important. I have said a lot. I need to go to bed soon, because I need to recover from these words, even though these words are a bit hard to explanatory. But I do love words put into other words too. That's probably why I'll get away with all these words. Because I choose my words carefully. And no one can argue about words. People can't argue, because argue is like words into other words, and no one can't argue subject of any word. Especially when if they play a victim card, and if they in trouble, or I think they probably want to be in trouble, because due to people stalking, it's obvious them may want to receive attention, and it's obvious they may want to receive trouble too. Okay, I have said all my words. I don't want to say a wrong words, and I don't want to take these words into. I don't want to get people take these words into their hearts, in their hearts, because if it is, I don't care. But just get a message. If they harass for a very long time, they may receive harassment warning, and that may be the reason why harassment is called harassment warning, and stalking may also be reason for harassment warning too. Okay, like I said, I'm going to bed because I'm going to bed. I said too much on here. I said words after words after words. And I hope other people take these words on board, lead to harassment, that harassment can lead to harassment warning from a police, and harassment warning if you do it again, repeat offence, then it can lead to charges. But I do hope that people take these words on board. If these people not take these words on board, then they think words doesn't mean things or matters, but I think it mean things matters, because everything is meaningful, reasons, has a purpose, reasons and everything. If words doesn't mean anything or matters to you, if you do it again, then you have to realise. You have to realise it one day. Because violence don't solve anything. Violence makes matters worse, as everyone got one life and every life matters. And I forgot what I'm gonna say. It's probably in my brain, but I forgot what I'm gonna say. I may probably be working too hard on these words, saying these words are working too hard, engaging my brain to say these words, because your brain is in control of everything. And one other thing, why I may say words over words, because people are really outnumbered, because I know words after words after words, even though I have to remember it. But I can make things worse, but I can also make things better. And I'm not saying this words again because this words is driving me to laddie. Not to laddie. Like, not strange. Like, as some people call it, out of this world, I don't think it is. No one is out of this world. But, I don't know. I may contact Kick tomorrow because I need to have my point of view on this. They cannot suspend people if they not do anything. But still, it must be the reason why they have done this. But reasons are invalidated. Okay. I'm gonna go soon because we'll put my fan on too. I absolutely insane by saying these absolute words. But thing is, people, you know what is a good game? Good game is Sims 4. Because Sims 4 is better than GTA. Where GTA is in-game crime compared to real-life crime. And that doesn't help because crime doesn't pay. And Sims 4 is just about real life instead of crime. It's just be who you are in the game. If people judge you by its cover, then just go to that game. Because I like that game. I will play Sims 4 Enchanted by Nature tomorrow. I don't know what time, but I need to probably at midnight tomorrow night. It would be any time. Like I said, if my arm is better, then I will play it, but I may play it too when my arm is better. No. But like I said, my arm is not falling off. It's not falling off. I'm still survived with my discomfort arm. and discomfort neck. So, yeah. Also, when you know words after words, like I said to you, this is probably about 2 hours or 1 hour live stream. It kind of make your reality, your head, your vision, your no, no, uh, realize, recognize, kind of insane, and it make you realize that what is really going on. But words is worthy, and everyone is different, and everyone entitled to give feedback, um, entitled them opinions, because otherwise their opinions doesn't matter if someone been bullying them. If someone keep calling them fat, then opinions doesn't matter. Like I said, keep your opinions to yourselves. I'm not just... Thing is, I learn words after words, wordy words, but that doesn't mean I'm got all the answers. That doesn't mean I'm super human being. Uh, it's just me. It's just me. And I can't change that as soon as I know a word. I can't change that. Nor my body can change that. No one can. It's impossible. So, this phone is 100... Fine. Okay, people, I may be live tomorrow, I may be not. But, I may play The Sims 4 Enchanted by Nature via Twitch on Extort on YouTube. Do bear in mind, I have zero tolerance against abuse, and I take my mods' privileges very seriously, whether they I can't say that word, abuse their own powers, or if someone abused them, I have to take that extremely serious, because they are my mods. They are my mods, and reasons for I take my mods seriously, because they are keeping the live stream safe for everyone, be like my bots, be like law enforcement, but they are on the social mods. Okay guys, I'm going to sleep now.